Number 5. Limited edition. Chanel.
Experience the world's finest fragrance collection at Macy's, the gift destination.
Say hello to your new bachelor. And with 30 beautiful women, what's he got to lose?
I think I just took your V card.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble.
The Bachelor live premiere Monday, January 7th on ABC.
New tonight, look who's creeping around Kimmel. It's Ben Stiller.
That's a weird coincidence.
Yeah. Plus, the stars of Roma.
Wow, this is an amazing story.
And find out the clip of the year.
Do you know Guillermo?
I don't know.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC.
Greg, I am ready to start taking those walks again.
Yes. Can I buy some urban walking poles?
No, you cannot. Actually, we're all going to go together and show this town the thin-lipped, calfless, balding, voluptuous monsters that we really are.
What about me?
You're staying home. You look way too good for your age.
I take you seriously. I will not dismiss you.
American Housewife moves to a new night and time, Tuesday, February 5th at 8/7 Central.
We know it's important where you start your day, and so we thank you for making GMA America's most watched morning show and winner of the Emmy for Outstanding Morning Program 2 years in a row.
The ban on bump stocks has become a divisive issue across the country. I'm Danielle Garcia, and I'll have reaction from people here in Acadiana.
Oh my God! Really, this is mine?
An early Christmas surprise for Maurice Mann with special needs, and the UL football team signing the newest Ragin' Cajuns. The News on 3 starts now.
Live from the KATC TV3 studios, this is Acadiana's News Channel at 10.
I'm Marcel Fontenot. Thanks for joining us. Gun owners who own bump stocks will have to get rid of them in the new year. President Trump signed an order this week banning the devices. It's the latest controversy in the debate over gun control. 3's on the street. Danielle Garcia live outside the Lafayette Police Department. And Danielle, what led to this ban?
Marcel, President Trump signed the ban in light of the 2017 Las Vegas shooting, where the shooter used a bump stock to kill 58 people and wound dozens of others. Gun safety advocates say this is a step in the right direction, but others believe it violates their right to bear arms.
The addition of this does not make this a machine gun.
Jeremiah Deere works at Dave's gun shop. He, like many other hunters and gun owners, believes the ban on bump stocks cuts into the Second Amendment.
I think it's unnecessary because it does not make the weapon fully automatic. The person is going to manipulate the firearm. It has nothing to do with the parts on it.
Lafayette Councilman Kenneth Boudreau represents a district that deals with gun violence often. He believes the change is good and goes beyond politics.
It's not quite the answer for what we're dealing with in the inner city, in these urban communities, but it's still a baby step in the right direction. There's a way to get to gun safety without taking away people's guns.
Deere says bump stocks don't make a rifle automatic.
With the bump stock, it just does this when you fire the weapon. Other than that, you'd have to actually hit the button and make it move.
But it can make it easier for some people to fire rounds faster.
People can manipulate their finger very, very quickly.
Okay.
And some people cannot. So the bump stock allows them to move their hand a little bit faster.
Still, supporters of the ban, like Boudreau, say it's necessary to protect people from further mass shootings.
I think any time that the bad person has better equipment or more effective equipment than the good guy, meaning law enforcement, meaning military, that is a bad sign. And I hope that this is just the beginning of what is to come to make America safe, to make Louisiana safe, to make Lafayette safe.
If you own bump stocks, you must either destroy them or surrender them to the ATF by March. The local ATF satellite office is here at the Lafayette Police Department. 3's on the street, live in Lafayette. Danielle Garcia, KATC TV3.
Here's Rob's 24-hour forecast.
And some fog in the background on Danielle's shot this evening. As we take a look at the radar satellite composite after the rains earlier today, some brief clearing skies aloft, but that's allowed for fog to develop, and a dense fog advisory in effect for all of Acadiana through tomorrow morning. But I think the fog lifts before we get to daybreak. We'll talk more about that in the main weathercast. So we'll start off with mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. Another round of rain on the way as we head into the mid-morning through the afternoon hours. Mostly light rain, drizzle, mist mixed in between. Temperatures, though, lower 50s, and it will be breezy, so it will feel like the 40s. So a chilly, raw day ahead for tomorrow. But the sun does return for Friday. Milder temperatures eventually. We'll talk more about that and have the complete True View forecast through all of Christmas week coming up in just a bit.
Paris by Paris headlines. We begin in Iberia, where 2 people are in jail and facing charges in connection to a drug overdose death. Taylor Maturan's booked with second-degree murder. Chad Viatar booked as an accessory after the fact. Deputies say they believe the two supplied the victim with drugs. The victim's name has not been released. In St. Mary Parish, a murder suspect wanted in Morgan City on a second-degree murder charge is in custody tonight. Tyreek Jones is accused of shooting and killing Eric Howard the day before Thanksgiving. In Lafayette, the coroner says the man whose body was found in the Vermilion River yesterday died of accidental drowning. Christopher Thibodeau went missing near his home on North Wilderness Trail 2 weeks ago. His body was found in the water in that area. Officials say no foul play was involved in Thibodeau's death. The husband of an Opelousas native is wanted in connection with her death. Investigators say Shireen Young's body was found near a rural road last week. She disappeared in November after going to her estranged husband's apartment. Now police are searching for that man, Johnny Wilson. He's facing a murder charge in Young's death. Young's son told investigators he was with his mother when she went to Wilson's apartment. The son said only Wilson came out of the apartment that day before driving him to a fast food restaurant and leaving him there. In Crowley, Acadia Parish Sheriff's deputies are investigating a murder at the Cathy Apartments. Investigators say James Francis was shot in the head late last night. Deputies believe an argument led to the shooting. Call Acadia Crime Stoppers if you have any information. In St. Mary Parish, Franklin's new police chief will take office in the new year. The council appointed Morris Beverly as chief during last night's meeting. Beverly's first day on the job is January 7th. In Lafayette, Meritus Credit Union has settled an Equal Employment Opportunity Commission case. The EEOC claimed the credit union fired a black branch manager after she opposed the use of a racially offensive video during a training session. Also in Lafayette, construction will soon start on new sidewalks along Carmel Drive. LCG, DOTD, and Acadiana Planning Commission are partnering to fund this project. When the project is complete, the sidewalks will line the highway from Municipal Golf Course to the Lafayette-St. Martin Parish line. Lafayette is seeing an increase in RSV. In adults, the virus causes cold-like symptoms. In children, it can be life-threatening, especially for infants. Nurses at Women's and Children's Hospitals say they've seen so many cases that the outbreak is comparable to last year's flu season.
The best things to do at home are to do humidifiers as much as possible to help break up that mucus, to do suctioning as much as possible, plenty of rest and plenty of fluids. That'll all help move the mucus out. And if they have fever, of course, to treat it with Tylenol and Motrin.
Funeral arrangements are set for a member of the KATC family. Lester Bruno Sr. died last week. He worked for KATC for more than 30 years. Visitation is set for Friday morning from 8 until 11 at St. Anthony Catholic Church in Lafayette, with the funeral starting at 11. Lester Bruno Sr. was 87 years old. The Ragin' Cajuns football team making some big moves on National Signing Day. Andrew Clay has a recap coming up at 10:28. But first, Rob's full forecast for where you live. You are watching Acadiana's News Channel at 10 o'clock.
You and your child's safety is St. Leonard Crime Stoppers and law enforcement agencies throughout Acadiana's main concern during the holidays. Here are some helpful tips to protect you and your children.
Always keep a clear view of your surroundings by not overloading yourself with packages. Don't let the stressful and rushed shopping days lower your guard. Stay alert to your surroundings. Always avoid carrying large amounts of cash and try to pay for your purchases with a check or credit card when possible. If you need cash, keep it in your front pocket. If you must carry a purse, keep it close by and put your credit cards and identification in your pockets in case your purse is stolen. Keep a record of all your information in a safe place at home and notify the credit card company immediately if your credit card is lost, stolen, or misused.
When it comes to our children, safety is important. Do not leave your child in the car, even for a quick in and out, and never allow them to go back to the car alone. If you must bring them, teach your children to stay close to you at all times while shopping and never allow them to go to the restroom by themselves. Teach your children their full name, address, telephone number to give to police, officers, or mall security if your child gets lost. And finally, telling your kids that the police will arrest them will only scare them into not approaching law enforcement when help is really needed.
Remember to download the P3 app and tap the app on your mobile device to submit your anonymous tips. Be alert, be safe, and God bless you. On behalf of Crime Stoppers, St. Landry Sheriff Detective Drake Pousson, Eunice Police Lieutenant Donnie Thibodeau, I'm Deputy Chief Eddie Thibodeau.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crime Stoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward.
Voice command navigation with Waze, Wi-Fi,
Santa baby,
wireless charging, 104 cubic feet of cargo room and seating for 8. Now that's a sleigh. Ford Expedition, built for the holidays.
Get 0 for 60 plus $1,250 bonus cash on Expedition. Plus, competitive owners get an additional $2,000 only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
Everyone's talking about Kimmel. They said he's the most important host in late night.
Really?
They said he's late night's clearest voice.
They said I was extremely well endowed. Oh, no one said that?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find countless chairs, including our legendary Lazy Boy recliner, in styles to meet your every need. And yes, that includes naps. Come celebrate Lazy Boy's holiday sale. For a limited time only, you can save up to 30% store-wide. Plus, you'll get 0% interest financing for 36 months. And rest well, knowing everyone's happy. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
During the Big Finish event, get a 2019 Ram truck for just $22,990 in Musson Patu. Or choose a brand new Dodge Charger for only $25,990. We want to win any deal you bring us. Remember, it's all about you at Musson Patu.
There's a new community where being a senior means seniority status living. At the Vincent, you have that seniority, along with all the amenities that come with it. And that makes the Vincent a lifestyle. You've earned your seniority. Make the most of it. The Vincent, luxury senior living at last.
My mom works for Chevy. My dad works for Chevy.
We're all part of the Chevy family. And right now, so are you.
Because our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
And not a cent more.
Welcome to the family.
Use your employee discount for everyone to get a total value of $11,000 on this Silverado. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial.
See your Super Chevy dealers of Acadiana.
From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, relatively dreary forecast for another 24 hours or so. After that, the sun returns Friday. Nice and chilly as we go into the weekend, but we exit the weekend on a mild note, and that's how it stays through Christmas. First off, let's set the table, see what's going on, and we have this big trough of low pressure in the nation's midsection, upper level low that's kind of centered over by Dallas, and until that clears the area, we're going to see gray skies, and that feature is also still enhancing some rainfall across eastern Texas up through Arkansas. Our first batch of rain already into Alabama, Florida, and out in the Gulf of Mexico. And in its wake, we have fog that has developed across the area. We have a dense fog advisory. We'll get to that in just a bit. And then more showers on the way as we head into the mid-morning hours tomorrow. But as those showers move on through, the wind's going to pick up for sure. And the wind will probably pick up before those showers showers arrive. So I think the fog issue is limited to overnight tonight, and we'll show you that in just a bit. Here's the radar during the course of the last 12 hours. The showers that we saw, it got anywhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch of rain. Pretty much what the models were saying, maybe a little bit less than what the European was indicating, and relatively quiet on the radar, but that doesn't mean there's not misty drizzles out there. We can't detect those fine particles of mist or 100% humidity. That's essentially what it is. So here's the dense fog advisories. It's been expanded through eastern Louisiana, also up through Mississippi as well. Visibilities have gone down. They've been up and down as low as 1/4 of a mile in Lafayette, but now 3/4 of a mile, 1/2 a mile in Patterson. These are current observations. Not too bad at Acadiana Regional, but Abbeville at 1/2 a mile. So the thinking is right now, as long as the winds are light, fog will be an issue. So as we take a look at our futurecast model, we'll look at the temperatures and dew points close together, and we'll watch these winds. And notice the fog is thickest over toward Baton Rouge, the basin on eastward, and then we put the model in motion through earlier in the morning hours, and notice the wind is kicking out of the northwest at 7, so that's going to help bring up the visibilities across the area. So I don't think fog will be a major issue at daybreak tomorrow. In fact, none of the observing sites we think will have fog in the forecast, just low clouds, kind of a yucky day ahead. As we take a look at the first off, we'll go with the predictive radar. This is the extended HRRR model. It's got a lot of R's in it. But this is where we go at 7 o'clock in the morning. Mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers in western portions of Louisiana. This is going to be mostly light to moderate stuff. No thunder expected in any of this. And then rain moving on through during the mid-morning hours, through the lunchtime hours, and then gradually departing as we go deeper into the afternoon. But still the risk of some mist or drizzle as we head into the evening hours tomorrow night, and it shows up on the model as well. A few shots of green right there. Cloud cover stays with us through first thing Friday, and then by Friday mid-morning, mid-afternoon, we'll have fully sunny skies. So temperatures tonight dropping down into the lower 50s. That's where they stay all day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, that's when we clear out and we'll see temperatures in the lower 40s, wind chills in the mid-30s for Friday morning. Friday afternoon, sunshine, but temperatures getting into the mid to upper 50s. Okay, so first off, the other thing you'll notice tomorrow is the wind. It's going to be stiff out of the northwest, especially tomorrow afternoon. These are sustained winds, so gusts could go as high as 30 or 35, so keep that in mind. It's going to be a windy, blustery day. Looking at the European model and looking ahead to Friday, there's the sunshine going to Saturday after a chilly start in the 30s. We'll warm up quickly in the afternoon into the 60s, and then as we go into Sunday, a little bit more nebulous Sunday and beyond, a little bit of a frontal boundary showing up, maybe a sprinkle, but mild weather gets locked in as we head into, this is Christmas Eve. Here's the time Santa gets here, temperatures in the 50s to lower 60s, and then Christmas Day, temperatures in the 70s, and then it looks like relatively wet weather developing as we head into the mid and latter part of the week. Cold air lurking, maybe 10 to 12 days away, but I do reflect some cooler air by the end of the 10-day forecast. So fog early, but it lifts by daybreak, lower 50s tonight. Tomorrow, up to 90% chance of rain. Doesn't mean it's going to rain all day long, but periods of rain, drizzle, and mist. 53 the high, but it's going to feel like the 40s with that wind chill. Sun's back for Friday. Saturday, a gorgeous day. Sunday, the clouds on the increase. And temperatures through Christmas, upper 60s to lower 70s for much of next week, with a good chance of rain after Christmas.
All righty. Thank you, Rob. Still ahead on KATC, a Christmas surprise in Maurice. We'll have the big reveal at 10:26, and the Cuban government making new reforms. News from around the world next.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the streets there were Dodges, Chryslers, Rams, Mazdas, and Jeeps. On Miata, on Charger, on Mazda 3, on Challenger, on Ram, and on Grand Cherokee. And you'll hear us exclaim, with the big American flag in sight, the Acadiana Automotive Group thanks you for your business. Merry Christmas and good night.
Want bigger, better holiday diamonds for less? Shop where Santa stops when he's in Cajun country at William S. Nacall Jewelry.
6mm freshwater pearl necklace, earrings, and bracelet gift set, just $129. Pandora's Snowy Wonderland gift set, just $195. Pandora's Radio City Rockettes ornament with limited edition charm, $85. Diamond Halo pendants, 40 to 50% off. Diamond stud earrings, all 40 to 50% off.
Free gift wrapping, storefront parking, and huge holiday savings at William S. Nacall Jewelry.
Load up on the smartest tools this holiday season at Nissan's year-end event. Take home the power to do more and save big on every Titan, featuring best-in-class standard horsepower and torque. Plus, every new Titan is backed by America's best truck warranty, so you can be a Titan of the holidays.
Save up to $13,896 on the 2018 Titan, or save up to $5,500 on the 2018 Armada.
But you gotta get it now, before it ends.
Circuits deliver power by making connections. At Entergy, we believe that works for people, too. The next generation is our connection to the future. So every year, Entergy invests millions of dollars in education to teach skills for better jobs, to build a brighter path. To us, making connections means more than electricity. It means fulfilling promise. And together, we power life. Entergy.
Tis the season for sibling rivalry, and these siblings have been very good. Get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac XT5 from around $399 per month. Visit your local Acadiana dealers today.
Cuba's government says language promoting the legalization of gay marriage will be removed from the draft of the new constitution after widespread rejection of the idea. Gay rights advocates proposed eliminating the description of marriage as a union between a man and a woman, changing it instead to two people with absolutely equal rights and obligations. The mother of a toddler on life support has been granted a U.S. visa to visit him in Oakland, California before he dies. The story gained national attention after President Trump's Muslim travel ban prevented her from entering the country because she's from Yemen. The Trump administration, meanwhile, is withdrawing all 2,000 American troops from Syria. The White House declared victory in the mission to defeat ISIS there, and President Trump says the military is no longer needed. Some lawmakers say removing the troops could cause bigger problems beyond the fight against ISIS. A new report on sexual abuse by priests in Illinois has determined the Catholic Church knowingly withheld from the public the names of at least 500 clergymen accused of misconduct. The Attorney General says the church has failed in its moral obligation to provide survivors, parishioners, and the public a complete and accurate account of all sexually inappropriate behavior involving priests in Illinois. Today, attorneys for the parents of a 7-year-old girl who died while in Border Patrol custody are calling for an independent investigation. This as Democratic lawmakers toured the facility today, detailing what they called as deplorable conditions. On a much lighter note, if you have to go to work now, why not have a little fun when you're doing it? That's exactly what this UPS driver did. And that's Look at News from around the world in 80 seconds for this Wednesday, December 19th.
Arsenault Ford is celebrating in true Ford style.
Our Built for the Holidays sales event is going on now.
Celebrate with a 2018 Explorer with $7,000 off or 0% and no payment until February.
We make it easy to celebrate at Arsenault Ford.
Goodwill is doing great things like getting people in our community back to work with Goodwill Job Connection. When you donate and shop at Goodwill, you help build a network of services like job placement, our GED program, housing assistance, and so much more. Your dollars and donations go a long way, and with 21 locations around Acadiana, you can drop at the shop or shop till you drop. Goodwill's got you covered. We're all about services and smiling faces, so get to Goodwill and kickstart your community $1 at a time.
If you're gonna do the holidays, do the holidays. Chop down your own tree. Brave the mall on a Saturday. See family. Hug an uncle. It's the holidays, America. Let's do it together. Ford. Built for the holidays.
Get 0 for 72 plus 1,000 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
It's really awesome when somebody comes in and they really don't know what they're doing, they have no direction. You buy something when your kids are 2, you want it to last till they're 12 or 20. You don't want to have to keep buying furniture over and over again. So we're here to help you with the right style as well as the quality of the furniture behind the style. Well, a lot of people can't visualize what's going to end up in their space. We're basically somebody that goes along the process with you. It uses your ideas and your concepts, but we help you just get there a little bit faster. Our complimentary design services, I think that it's so important to know that it's at no cost. We can show you the space and the floor plan and layouts and the vision board, so we're able to take the stress out of not being able to see it. We put a lot of love and a lot of effort into everything we do here. It would be our pleasure to meet you and have you come see it all. Our year-end sale is going on now. All pieces store-wide are 25% off and interest-free for 36 months.
Arsenault Ford is celebrating in true Ford style.
Our Built for the Holidays sales event is going on now.
Celebrate with big discounts on all 2018 F-150s or get 0% plus $2,000 cash back.
We make it easy to celebrate at Arsenault Ford.
The Christmas shopping rush is on, and tonight Monca's Park gave shoppers a chance to buy local. Vendors from across Acadiana set up in the park. Shoppers braved the wet conditions to check out all that the vendors had to offer at their booths.
Normally on a Saturday morning, so it's a little bit different, but it's always a good time. It's a great setup, and we always come and get some good local dishes, jellies, whatnot. Wish the weather was a little bit better, but it's okay.
And what made you guys come out tonight?
I drove by and saw that it was set up today, so I said, why not? Christmas gift shopping. And
well, in Vermilion Parish, a Maurice man is having an extra special Christmas even a few days early.
Oh my God! Really, this is mine?
That's Jimmy Bodan getting a brand new utility vehicle from his father. Jimmy has special needs and travels 5 miles to go to work feeding horses. His father recognizes his son's passion and surprised him with the vehicle today. And stay with us, everyone. Sports coming up next.
Little girl in boyland, while you dwell within it, you are ever happy there. Daddy, it's Christmas! Childhood's joyland.
Never let go of your dreams. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is back. Lease the E300 sports sedan for $589 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
What makes this birthday so special? The fact that he's even having one. Dylan is alive today because Ochsner Hospital for Children performed a 3-stage operation on his heart when he was just 3 weeks old. From life-changing surgeries to online scheduling, we're relentless about putting big ideas to work for even our smallest patients. Ochsner Hospital for Children, innovating healthcare for Dylan.
Roy Motors, serving Acadiana for over 80 years. We thank you and appreciate your business.
Happy holidays. We appreciate your business.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We thank you for your business.
We'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and thank you for your business.
Roy Motors, serving you over 80 years. Merry Christmas. There is a reason.
Behind every light, on every home, on every tree, on every gnome, on every store, every nose, are your friends and neighbors who work at Slemco. But for all the lights they keep on through the night, there's one we all must work to help keep bright. It shines, it shined over him, and it's the one light we must never let dim.
If you're anything like me, your to-do list just keeps growing. It never stops. Which is why the online financing application at CarMax.com is so convenient. Get some of that finance stuff out of the way from wherever you are, at the doctor's office, karate practice, or my favorite, back at the doctor's office. Knowing before you go means more quality time sewing a costume for the school play that is not going to look anything like a frog. Just a little heads up, Mrs. Davis. Yay, kids!
It's time for sports with KATC Sports Director Andrew Clay.
Well, the early signing period for college football is open for 72 hours. For the second year, it's an early Christmas present for college football teams building their rosters, and a number of area athletes committed today to Division I programs right here in Louisiana, including a handful staying here in Acadiana. The day started at Kaplan, where defensive lineman Quintlin Cobb made it official with Louisiana. The District 8 3A defensive MVP deciding to stay at home over offers from Baylor and Tulane. Standing at 6'5", 315 pounds, Cobb is expected to play defensive end for the Cajuns. In New Iberia, Catholic wide receiver Peter LeBlanc following family tradition by joining the Cajuns. His grandfather, Tim LeBlanc Sr., played football for USL. As a senior for the Panthers, Peter LeBlanc finished with over 12,000 yards and 17 total touchdowns. Over at Erath, offensive lineman Jax Harrington faxing in his national letter of intent. I didn't know people still fax those things in. To join the culture, as they say at UL. Harrington sticking with UL despite a late push from Baylor and Kansas. At 6'4", 305 pounds, he projects as an offensive tackle. Meanwhile, Rummel quarterback Chandler Fields, Edie White's quarterback do-it-all extraordinaire Brandon Lejeune, among other players on the Cajuns' 19-man signing day roster. A group ranked 65th in the nation, according to 24/7 Sports. Napier, speaking today during a press conference, pointed out that several of his players received late Power 5 offers.
Some of the players that we have, I think, could play at Power 5 schools. There's Osiris Torrance, Colorado, comes calling here in the last couple of weeks. Certainly Georgia offered him a couple of weeks ago. For Brandon Lejeune, who, to turn down Notre Dame to come play at the University of Louisiana, I think that's a pretty special deal.
Well, New Iberia's Jabraylon Spencer could be number 20 on the UL roster. He signed his letter of intent today, but was not included in that 19-man class. Napier said the window for adding recruits this year has certainly not closed. Coach also added that even after adding 2 quarterbacks already, he was open to a junior college or Power 5 transfer. Well, not everyone is a UL commit. Como's Christian Archangel, still the best name in Louisiana, is heading to Louisiana Tech, making that choice over Memphis, Rice, and Southeastern, among others. The 6-foot defensive back was a KATC Super 16, as many of these athletes were, and is a 3-star prospect, according to 24/7. Well, finally, Turling's offensive lineman Thomas Perry fulfilling a lifelong dream by joining LSU. His dad, Adam, was also a lineman for the Tigers in the 90s. At 6'6", 328 pounds, Perry says the Bayou Bengals project him as a left tackle at the next level. In total, LSU added 18 players today. We saw Derek Stingley back in the Jamborees, a dynamic defensive back and wide receiver, is ranked as LSU's top commit, according to 24/7 Sports. Destrehan's John Emery Jr. and Tyron Davis also among the notable commits from Louisiana. Of the 18 players, 8 are from Louisiana.
To get the skilled players that we've gotten and the 2 great running backs that we have, I had Derek Stingley, one of the best young men I've ever recruited. He's going to be an outstanding corner for us. And then to get the lines, you got the offensive linemen, you got big guys. I think Apu was a big plus for us today. We got a ways to go on the defensive line. This is going to be a priority for us. But I think there's diversity. We fill needs in the state of Louisiana, and then we went out of state and got some great players.
Well, high school basketball often owns the holidays. The LCA Showcase Classic continues growing each year. This year, the tournament spans 2 high schools, Northside hosting games as well in both of the Vikings gymnasiums. The Vikings hosted Cecilia tonight. Bulldogs up 4 early in the 3rd quarter. Breaking the press, Ethan Howard to the cup. Billy Sanye with different plans swats it away. 4th quarter now, still a tight game. Northside up by 1. Braylon Gregory pulling up from 3. That's good. Bulldogs take a 2-point lead, 38-36. Next time down, check out the ball movement. Tick, tack, toe, 4 passes, and a bucket. It's a 4-point lead for Cecilia with 5 minutes to play. What coach doesn't like that ball movement? Vikings, though, right back at it. Luzerne Harrison from 3-point land. He knocks it down. Northside winds up on top tonight by a score of 58-49. Now, with all the signings, we interviewed all of our local athletes, and you can see those entire interviews on KATC.com.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We'll be right back.
The rules of luxury. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't use. Use, but don't enjoy. Enjoy, but don't show it.
If you're going to follow one rule, make sure it's this one. Luxury should be lived in. during the Infiniti Winter Sales Event. Lease the Infiniti QX50 for $379 a month, plus get a special winter bonus at your local Infiniti retailer.
New tonight, look who's creeping around Kimmel. It's Ben Stiller.
That's a weird coincidence.
Yeah. Plus, the stars of Roma.
Wow, this is an amazing story.
And find out the clip of the year.
Do you know Guillermo?
I don't know.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC.
You gotta see this. There's all kinds of amazing tech and amazing savings at Nissan's year-end event. Hurry in for big year-end savings on our latest tech in our award-winning lineup, featuring Rogue Sport, Rogue, and Altima. All with available Nissan Safety Shield 360 technologies that can help react to the world around you.
For a limited time, save up to $2,000 or get a low $149 per month lease on the 2019 Sentra.
But you gotta get in now before it ends.
Nadine's son was injured on an offshore rig.
LaBorde Earls has been there for my son. And that's the only thing I want as a mother is for my child to be taken care of.
If you've been injured, call LaBorde Earls at all sevens.
Here at Roban Ford in Jeanerette, we're celebrating 90 years of business.
Take that short drive and benefit from 90 years of great sales and 90 years of great service after the sale. Drive away in a new Ford F-150, a tough worker still getting 26 miles per gallon. Need more inside? Expedition has a 400 horsepower engine and room for 8. See Roban Ford's great selection of F-250s, Explorers, Focuses, Fusion. Drive one today.
From all of us here at Roban Ford, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
If you're gonna do the holidays, do the holidays. Chop down your own tree. Brave the mall on a Saturday. See family. Hug an uncle. It's the holidays, America. Let's do it together. Ford. Built for the holidays.
Get 0 for 72 plus 1,000 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
Well, you only have 4 nights left to check out Noël Acadien au Village at Acadian Village. The village's display of more than 500,000 lights will be on display every night through Sunday from 5:30 until 9. Tickets are $10 and free admission for children under 4 and active members of the military. Tomorrow night's downtown candlelight Christmas will be moving indoors because of the dreary weather we're going to have tomorrow. The event will take place from 6 until 7 tomorrow night inside First United Methodist Church at the corner of Lee and Main. And speaking of the forecast, Rob, wrap it all up for us.
Yeah, it's going to be a dreary one. Watch out for the fog overnight tonight. It should lift by daybreak tomorrow, though. 90% chance of periods of rain, mainly from the morning through the mid-afternoon hours, clearing out finally for Friday. Not bad looking weekend ahead. Temperatures warming up after Saturday morning.
We'll take it. Thanks,
All right.
Rob. That's it for 10, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you have a wonderful night. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.
Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Tonight, Ben Stiller from Roma, Yalitza Aparicio, and Marina Di Tavera. The Jimmy Kimmel Live clip of the year and music from Griffin featuring Ellie Duhay. And now, for good measure, Jimmy Kimmel.
To get to. We have not a moment to waste. Welcome, thank you very much. This is the time of year, late December, when all the end of the year lists come out, and Forbes magazine they're big on that sort of thing. They just released their annual list of the wealthiest celebrities of 2018. You know who the richest celebrity in America is? Do you know, Guillermo?
I don't know. Maybe Oprah?
Oprah. It's a very good guess. Not correct, but America's wealthiest celebrity is George Lucas, which, what the hell did he ever do to make money? George Lucas is worth $5.4 billion. He made some serious Jar Jar bank with those Star Wars movies. Steven Spielberg is number 2. He's only worth $3.7 billion, which is sad. Oprah is 3rd. Michael Jordan is 4th. And tied for 5th, Kylie Jenner. It's a mixture of delight and outrage we got there. Kylie Jenner has $900 million. Kylie Jenner is by far the most successful Kardashian. She's not even a Kardashian. Donald Trump did not make the list, which is great, just what he needs, something else to be angry about. You know, I get a lot of my Christmas gifts from Amazon. I'm a Prime member. Eat that, George Lucas. I happen to love Amazon. I know a lot of people complain about Amazon. I love it. There's no item too large or too small for me to not buy on Amazon. Next time I buy a house, I will have Amazon deliver that house to my house, okay? With that said, I have a bone to pick with them, and that is their gift wrapping. I remember the first time I clicked the little gift wrap box. I assumed the item would show up wrapped in paper with a nice little bow, and instead, I got something like this. The dreaded Amazon gift bag. Now, these bags are made of a substance previously unknown to humankind. It's like you have any of those other bags? It's like a combination of cardboard